The cabinets are up. Welcome back, everybody, and a lovely day it is today. So today Henry's out there doing the picking up all the rock piles that we took everything out for yesterday, and then yesterday afternoon for about an hour and a half we had left of the day, Henry and I made an absolute mess. Let me show you. Just come around here, and there you go. Just a absolute mess on the ground. But we did get the cabinets installed, and we've moved a few things around. I'll come back this way so you can see it from over here. So we've obviously taken the toolbox out. We've moved the fridge across, and then we've put our new toolbox in. We've moved the filing cabinet that way, and then we did have 4 of these up on the wall. So they were these ones, but they were actually all here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we wanted to put the cabinets there, so we had to shuffle a few things around. And then it actually works out, not too bad just having 2 here, because we only really used 2. The other ones were just storing rubbish. So this one here, we do use a fair bit. We've got our D-shackles up the top, and then some odd bolts and things like that. Same with on this side. I'm obviously going to clean all this up here as well, but let me show you what we've done with the cabinets now. They're not finished, but in here, underneath there, we used to have all our tech screws and things like that. So we've got our tech screws now, we've got our pot rivets, circlips, we've got more bolts there, obviously more room to go. And then on this one, I've just moved all the paint. All the paint used to be on top of the fridge, and looks better in here. So it's going in here now. So in there's our paint. We've got all our miscellaneous bolts down the bottom there, and then obviously 2 more shelves to go and fit some things in. Now both Henry and myself have said that this is missing a shelf. They're a 4-shelf system, but 1 more shelf about here would be ideal. On this side not too bad, but you see on here? Anyway. So what have I got to put up in there? I don't know. I've got so much stuff on the ground here. Washers and things like that over here, they'll go in. What else have we got? A lot of this stuff is going to the loft. We don't need it down here, so we might as well take it up top. So things that'll go to the loft, all the turnbuckles. What do we got? Those buckets will go up to the loft. I reckon a fair chunk of these bolts I'll sort out and make them nice and neat. They'll go to the loft. Those there are drawbar pins. They'll either go to the loft or they'll come in here. They might go in there. It's nice to have drawbar pins accessible and easy to get to, so we'll put them down there. Starter cord, we've got a lot of hose clamps. Maybe those we might chuck in a shelf in here somewhere, maybe in a nice neat box or something like that. So yeah, just make it all nice and neat, and a lot easier to get to stuff. Trying to tell someone in one of those buckets on the wall or something like that, it was a bit difficult, whereas you can just say cabinet on the left, down the bottom are the bolts. Grab some bolts out of there or whatever. So obviously still got these ones to come over here. I'll clean all this up. I don't want anything on the top there. And then in case you're curious as to what's in here, we've got vintage filters. So we've got for a 9750, what do we got? That's for our old 9310 or whatever it was. Yeah, just filters that don't need to really be here anymore, and then high-vis tape. So yeah, just tidying everything up. But yeah, I'm heading to town very shortly. I've got things to pick up in town, and I've got my ute booked in for its tyres. Also getting logbooks because of the truck. Now, news on the truck. We've got it. It's done. It's all committed to, all done. I've already bought flights to head over. I've talked to the New South Wales services to talk about permits, because it's an unlicensed truck. So I have to go in to see them Monday morning. I can't do it online. WA, you can just do it online and it's done, but you've got to do it in store. So a bit annoying, but yeah, we'll get that sorted. I've also got on the back here these containers. So these are from down home. these are our containers for change. So they are aluminium cans and bottles. So for those who don't know, in Australia you get 10-cent refund for your can and your bottle. So yeah, I'll go and do that. And that started my morning off horribly because put them on the back of the ute and I was driving to work, pulled out onto the road. I hadn't strapped them down because I had to go back inside to do something. Came back out, got in the car, went to work on the road, took off, and then all of the cans just went and then out the back. And this morning I spent about 20 minutes cleaning up about 10,000 cans off the road. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get to doing a little bit of cleaning before I head off in about half an hour to town. I'll swing past Henry and show you guys Henry, and then when I get back this afternoon we'll swing past Henry again and see where he's at, and also yeah, I'll get back into doing this. Going through all these old cans. I mean, this is a fairly new can, but the paint cans that we had in there's quite a few that we had just a tiny little bit in, but it's just not worth keeping. So got rid of a few of them. Like that. Nothing in that one. Let me tell you, it was much easier just getting everything out, throwing it everywhere, than what it is packing it all back together nice and neatly. So these here that I'm putting in, these are for the slasher. These are slasher blades. So we'll be changing them at some point because I imagine that they're getting fairly blunt. We've got about 6 sets over there that we've been hoarding, but they're all old and used, so they'll be going to the rock. My time's up already. I got to head to town, but I got the washers in. I got a few more paint things and got the pins in. What I'm going to do is bring the forklift around, and then I can start putting things under the forklift to then just lift it straight up and then put it into the loft, because a lot of this is going to go to the loft. There's no reason for it to be down here. Might as well have it up there, so that'll help me get through my pile a bit easier. Yeah, I mean, I moved my bench. Well, that was down there, but it used to be over above the fridge, above the old toolbox, so I've just chucked it there. So that's got our lecky tape and thread tape, and we sort of put electric stuffs up here. Things like we've got a hot glue gun, the new soldering iron will go up there. We had to replace the other one that broke, and things like that. So anyway, we'll head out and go and see Henry on our way past, and I'll show you guys show you guys that. Well, we missed Henry. He's on his second load with a nice full truck. I'll come out here and show you guys the rock pile, and well, we'll see if there's anything this afternoon when I get back to show you guys if he's still working or not, but you guys can see what he's done anyway. So you can see he's making light work of it. He's well, not halfway through yet, but he's getting there. And you can see why we've brought Manny out. So all these rocks that are submerged in the ground here, these are rocks that, let's be honest, they'll get missed. You get out and you do try and pick up, what you can, but obviously you're not going to get them all. So the advantage of Manny is that Henry's just going to be able to come in and just blade it and scoop up all of it, leave the dirt behind, and then we'll have this nice and clean. And then there's probably most likely going to be a few big rocks that'll be down deep because it's a rock pile, and the seeder will come through and pick them up. But then we'll just come out after seeding and clean them all up. Back from town, I got the things I needed to get. So one of the main things I needed to get was that, and so now I've got to figure out I've got to read how to fill one out. I'm sure it can't be that hard. Just probably going to use about a page of that because Henry and I are going to be using it for a day, for a couple of days. Now I didn't realise that I wanted to get two. Didn't realise I had to have Henry there to get the second one because he's got to sign for it. So we actually have to go to the services, I believe is what they call it, over in New South Wales, and get a permit for the truck for driving it back. You can't apply online. You can in WA, but you can't over there. So I've got to go in to see them anyway. So when we go in, we'll get Henry a book. But just in case for whatever reason we can't, you know, I've got one. So that's got us covered for that. Now, got a few other things. I was in town. I've already been home and dropped off the stuff that was for home. These here are our points for seating. So I can just quickly bust into it. Oh, let me put you down for a sec. Welcome back. All right, so these are our points for the seater. So nice simple point, Dutch Industries, and also comes with our roll pins. There should be over 80 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm hoping these boxes are full and this one's just a slightly emptier box, but there should be maybe 100, I hope. But anyway, let's see what Henry's been up to. He's been busy. He's now, I'm not sure if you can see, that there is Louis, and Henry's actually out here now tipping off the load. So that's at that other rock pile I mentioned this morning, that we can't remove that one because it's like a big rock and it's a nasty area. So he's just gone up there to dump, and this is what it looks like when he's finished. All nice and bare. There's a few little rocks there, but they won't mind. So yeah, no, fantastic. Looks amazing. It's going to be so nice being able to just drive the header straight in, and it'll be also fantastic for the boom straight, because I believe the tram line was right in the middle of that rock pile and Henry always had to drive around it. So anyway, I'm going to just drive Manny up to that rock pile there for Henry, so it's up there for him, and yeah, I'll show you guys Henry loading the truck with all the rocks. One thing Manny isn't very good at is keeping the cab cool. It's obviously glass all around, got a glass roof, and the air conditioner in here is actually shocking. I know that the other Manitous, the ones that have like the door, it's just all door, like this one's a split door. So the ones that are all door, I believe, have got very good air conditioners. I can't see now. They've got very good air conditioners, but yeah, this one is horrible. Worst air conditioner on the farm, hands down. So yeah, we tend to line it with the shades just to keep the sun out, because we obviously use this for gypsum spreading, and gypsum spreading is, you know, in the peak of summer, and this obviously gets very hot. You can imagine, like today's 30 degrees, you know, the other day it was 40. Yeah, it gets quite warm in here. I apologise if there's wind noise, it's a bit windy. I reckon I've only got here just in time to show you guys this, because I reckon that there will fit into the truck, or come damn near close, and then he's finished. It's going to come pretty close to fitting in there, so you can see all like the dry, well, the dead ryegrass that's on the edge. So all this stuff here, this is ryegrass. So it's going to be fantastic once it's removed, because out in the paddock we don't get the ryegrass. Obviously somewhere where we don't have crop competition, yeah, the ryegrass just grows as freely as it wants. So I'm just going to come over here and get in Manny, and as that pile gets smaller, it's going to start pushing away from him. So I'll just use Manny just to, basically like a hand broom and a dustpan. I'll be the hand broom, he'll be the dustpan, and we'll get him nice and full, and then get this pile all done. all we're doing is just pushing up against each other, and just makes it nice and easy for Henry to get a full bucket each time. Instead of him chasing the pole around, I just hold it steady on this side and he can push right up and get a nice full bucket. Like that, it's all done. So we've got a few more rock piles in this paddock that we want to try and get rid of. So we're going to go for a scout and have a look. Henry's now just going to take that and empty that. I'm going to follow him because he said there's a few rocks on the path that he's been using that'd be worth using this to go and get. So I'm just going to follow him and pick up the rocks that he reckons we need to get. And yeah, then we'll start. We'll find the other poles to go to, shift the gear, and then keep on working.
Where I'm now, John, you'll see where it lifted over, but yeah, there's a few rocks on the right side and then quite a few on the left side of the tram that I'm on.
No worries, I'll keep a look out. Definitely doing the one rock at a time and flicking that in is a lot better than my approach of trying to get all the rocks in one go. Just the stubble just gets blocked up in there. But when you do it one at a time, it makes life so much easier. So Henry's gone down. We had a swampy tree area, but the trees died, so he's heading to that because we'll collect all that, take that all away so we can then seed through there. I'm about to park this back by my ute. We'll head down and scout out what rock piles we'll remove and what ones will stay. Yeah, just slowly chip away at them, really. Make it much easier for spraying, seeding and harvesting. So the other rock piles that we want to get are things like this. So it's things that Dad and I missed back when we were doing it. I don't know why that one didn't get picked up. It's tiny little rocks, but we've got a few giant ones underneath power lines over here, but they're in crab holes. So we'll see what we reckon for getting them out of here. So around here is all big crab hole country. But again, I think we left it because we thought there might have been big rocks underneath, but something like this is like an ideal candidate to go, because look at how much we miss with the cedar, and look at all that ryegrass and the weeds that grow. So in Mum's back we deal with a lot of sheetrock and stuff like that, so if there is a big rock under there, the tines will bounce over. We're now just going to decide what we do with these ones up here. We've got two more, well, you probably can't see with the reflection, but there's 1 and 2. These might not be immovable because of where they're located, but we'll see how we go. So where we are now, there's a few giant rocks in there, but we reckon that they've left this rock pile here, or put this rock pile here, because it's a big crab hole, so it made sense to drop it there. But I mean, we've seeded through all the other big crab holes around here, so we're gonna have a go at getting rid of it. It's just well, right here, this is on Henry's boom spray line, and right there in front of us is a rock pile followed by a power line. So you've
I'll be happy if this one goes.
well, I reckon we get rid of this one too. Look at that. It looks like flat ground around it, and there's a big rock just there.
Yeah.
On the ground there. Surely we can have a go at moving that.
See if I've dug out bigger ones with the telehandler when I've been rock picking.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is underneath, but yeah.
I reckon we give it a go.
Okay.
If we can make it easier for, oh, there's another sort of buried one there.
Yeah.
I'll get out and show you. Be easier. So back when Dad was and his brothers and Granddad were clearing the land, where they put rock piles was strategic, but also not strategic. Sometimes, like where Henry was before, it was just purely because that was maybe that's where the biggest rock was, so they dumped the rock pile there. There's also been like that small one I just showed you. That would have been the truck got full, so they just dumped it there, went on to the next pile. But things like this, when we say in the ground, this big buddy there is why they would have dumped a pile here. So, and Henry's standing next to one there. And there's probably one over there. Oh, there's the one over there. So I still reckon that we'd give it a go and clean it up, even if we reduce it. And on these big rocks, we can put, you know, a couple big rocks to avoid. But like Henry just said, he's dug up bigger in the telehandler. So we'll give it a red hot crack trying to get these out and see how we go. Even if we dig a hole and have to get it out, we'll just go cut some sand in and fill it, because yeah, just the weeds that go on here, things like that, that's marshmallow. That's a hard thing to kill. Well, this rock here is probably an example of what that rock is over there. It's a nice big rock. It'll just be like it's like an iceberg. It's small on top, but it'd be big underneath. But that should be able to get that out.
I'd say so. Like I said, I've dug rocks that size and even slightly bigger out with that little rock bucket. So
yeah. Now I reckon we give it a go. We clean this paddock up, and then I know when I used to spray, I hated this part of the paddock, because you've got, what have you got? Maybe 9 power poles to go around. 2, 4, 6, well maybe 7 power poles to go around.
it's a fiddly part.
And then you've got 3 rock piles, and then there's 2 clumps of trees down there. So it just makes it a pain. So if we can remove some rock piles, we'll have a happy boom spray driver.
Yes, it'd be nice.
So even over where Henry's ute was, he got bogged. He had to take his ute over there with the truck. Anyway, that's where we were dumping the rocks in a creek. And there's a big rock pile just there. And there's no reason for it to be there. I think at the time, Dad and I were just like, it's big enough to just leave, and we'll just keep going around it. But you know, now it's like, well, let's remove it. We'll get rid of it. Makes the paddock tidier, and then we don't end up with, like I keep saying, resistance from all the ryegrass and stuff that grow there. So once we're done with all this stuff on the west side, we'll come back east and do all this stuff. This on here is where we're first attacking. So what I was saying, the trees before. So there used to be like about 3 or 4 trees in here, and then I think what happened was we got some aerial spraying done, and unfortunately they died. And there's like it's not really rocks, it's more of a dirt pile, and there's a few stumps in there. So we'll get rid of all these and get this back to production, because broken record here, but you can see all the weeds that are in here. And we all know one plant, you know, can produce so many seeds. You get a wind, and then that's how it just keeps on spreading and spreading and spreading and encroaching out. And before, when there's trees here, Henry could only get so close to spraying it, which then means that, you know, some is going to breed resistance. There's just nothing you can do about it. At least now he's able to spray over the top of it, so he's able to kill most of it. But again, you're just harbouring resistance in these sort of piles, so no point having them. Might as well get rid of them, and then we can seed straight through, which is just going to be fantastic. So Henry's here with the loader now, and we've just got a telehandler to get, and then we'll be into production. The trees have been dead for quite some time, so it's actually making it quite easy to get the stumps out. If it was a green tree and we were knocking it over, the stump would be very hard to get out, especially with how dry it is. We haven't had any rain, not since essentially harvest is the last sort of, you know, when we got 10-20 mils. So it's been a while. We're very dry. We could use some rain. I'd use about 80 mils would be nice. Fill our dams back up, and then we get a green tinge on the paddocks, be able to get a double knock in before seeding. So yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, anyway, it's nearly the end of the day, so Henry's probably going to do this one load and then knock off. And back at it tomorrow, and I'll either be out here to help him, or I'll be doing the shed and cleaning up that mess, because I've got to get that clean before we head off. And then hopefully on Thursday we've got the G&B out here, and they'll be carting our gypsum, so we might get a day of gypsum spreading in. We'll just see how our plan goes. And then yeah, we're off to Sydney on Saturday, so we're looking forward to that, and looking forward to the drive. Should be a fun, interesting drive for us. So I think I'll leave the video there. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.